G'day YouTube, JB from Oz. So today it's a quick repair exercise on head 4 of a JAF ZSK sewing machine. The primary issue that I was asked to fix was that we'd lost the tip off the thread pickup. And basically what the thread pickup does is it comes down and picks the thread back. Now when I went to investigate on this head, there was no action from the thread pickup. And I found in the back that it had lost the drive pin as well as shearing off the nose. So the question is, was shearing the nose off the cause or the symptom of a further problem? And looking further up inside, you can see that there's an angle displacer there that turns the linear sideways motion into a rotary motion, which is then moved into the hook. And what I found when I looked closely into this piece, I've already started my percussive maintenance. This side on the outer used to be flat and there was quite a bit worn in the inside piece. As far as a really quick fix, what I've done is I've hammered that mostly into shape so that I've got the fit at both ends. And I'm just going to hone this with the grindstone to make a smooth face for the running edge inside there. So it'll at least put this back into a working order for another couple of years. So to do that, I'm going to use a stone. Okay, so now I've cleaned up the hole and the action is back to fully functioning. The wiper's clearing the fixing screws. The hole is at the right size. And there's no binding or catching anywhere, and there's a nice clean path for the wiper to pick up. So that I'm going to count as success. Put it back on and reset it. Okay, now that the picker is back in, I need to install the thread catcher. It's only come off once, so I'm going to try and use the witness screw marks to put it back in the same spot, and then we'll retest it. And then for the final test, check for any resistance. It all feels pretty free. So all that remains is to reset the spring clip and lock in the drive cam. And the drive cam's up this end. Drive cam's locked in, and then it's just this little bugger. So this is what passes for circuit pliers in these here parts. I've only really got one shot. Well, no, I've got as many shots as I need, don't I? Let's think positively about this. It's going to work. Alright, so here we go. Some more work on another head. This one has a similar issue to the one we fixed yesterday, which is there's just a hell of a lot of movement on some of these needle bars. So long-term fix, I'm going to pull this head off and we'll rebush the needle bars. Short-term fix, we're looking to grab one of our spare heads and we'll just fit that up and run with that for the moment. The difference being is that the spare heads are the old style JBs, which don't have a stand up the top here for the thread wiper, for the thread housing, all this assembly. So we'll just make up a bracket. Whereas on the other machines, quickly, in behind there, they have a bracket that does the job instead of being part of the casting. So it might be that this new head is significantly different from the old one, in which case this head remains off, not a problem. But you've got to try these things, don't you? So here we've got a side-by-side comparison of a JF and a JB thread assembly, needle assembly. So start off with 990 075502S 909 075502. So they've got the same number on the casting. So presumably they're both machined from the same blank. However, they are machined quite differently. First thing to notice, on the JB we've got the needle support bar on the back, and on the JF it's on the front. Secondarily, we have this additional component on the front of the drive, which is actually preloading and lifting the presser foot, and that's to do, I guess, with the way the presser foot height assembly is adjusted on the JF as opposed to the JB, amongst other things. So at first glance there's a lot of similarity, but there's a lot of difference. So it looks like our only option for this head will be to pull the needle bar and drill and shim that needle bar. Possibly the reamer. I have to develop a bit of a tool to do that. Okay. Good to know. So it's also worth noting, just while I'm here, that the lubrication on these machines, part of the standard treatment of them, is to have a squirt of oil daily on each of these little pads. And it's quite obvious from the wear on these, or at least the witness on these, that these needle 2 to 4 have not had any lubrication. Now this machine did actually come to us second hand from another supplier when they moved it on, and I'm guessing that it never would have been lubricated whilst in service there, and they may have been using needles 2, 3 and 4 a lot, which might lead to some pre-existing damage on this. The adjoining heads are definitely feeling like there's a little bit of something there, but not anywhere near as bad as this one. So I don't know, luck of the draw or something maybe. But that's not going to be a 2-second fix, that one. We'll definitely need a new pilot hole, which we can do. Alright, back together.